It's going to be your all-inclusive guide to shopping for pants secondhand online and figuring out your freaking sizing. What are my qualifications, you ask? Number one, I have a degree in apparel design, so I know a lot about body measurements and garment measurements. Number two, I have stage 4 endometriosis, which means I spend a lot of time figuring out pant sizing online because it's hard. Number three, I've been secondhand shopping for a decade online and really since childhood. So I know a lot about vintage sizing and all of the variations that come with it. Proof of concept, these pants fit me like a glove. Got them on eBay, first time's a charm. Okay, here's what you need. A pen and a paper and a soft measuring tape. First measurement you need is the smallest part of your waist. Mine right now says 34. Fun. It varies a lot. Second measurement that you need is your rise. Now, this is gonna be your preferred rise. There's lots of variation here. I'll give you an example. Rise to center crotch. These are about 14. Or inseam. This is going to be from, again, your center crotch all the way down to the bottom of your heel. Mine is about 30. The next measurement that you want, especially if you are a hippie lady, is your hip measurement. This is going to be the widest part, usually center butt. My measurement, 43. Cool, those are my body measurements. Now that you know your body measurements, you need to know how secondhand sellers are measuring the garments and then posting them online. Here's how they measure it. They lay the garment flat, and they measure the top of the pant, the waist flat, and then they double it. They do the same thing for the hip, and the hip is measured right at the crotch point, but all the way across, and then they double it. The rise, and then there's the inseam, which are as is. A lot of people will say, okay, cool, my waist measurement is 34. I'm gonna get a size 34 pant and or this waist on this pant that the seller says is 34 across, that's gonna fit. No, you measure the smallest part of your waist, but that is not where that waist is going to hit you. That waist is going to hit you however tall the rise is. Remember, the rise is center crotch up to the top of the pant. If it's 10 inches, it's gonna be lower, 12 inches higher, 14 higher. When you're looking at a pair of pants and the waist says 34 and the rise says 10, you need to go from center crotch up 10 inches and then take that measurements 10 inches from center crotch. That is going to help you determine if it's actually going to fit you in the waist. Same with hip. If your widest part of your hip is not actually in line with the center crotch measurement, you need to take what that measurement is. Another thing that you want to take into consideration is ease. You don't want your exact body measurements in a pair of pants. If that were the case, you would be walking around stiff because there's no room for movement. You want anywhere from at least, say, a ½ inch up to an inch ease. For example, these have probably, if I were to actually stretch them out, have an inch and a half, 2 inches extra, and they have this adjustable feature, which is why I love them. You also want to take into consideration the fabrication. For example, if there's stretch or if there's no stretch. That is my quick guide. I hope it helps, and happy secondhand shopping.